Ahoy, morning breathers, and we finally made it to Friday. So happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Woo-ha!
Right before the mics came on, we both coughed. We had to get it all out of our system before.
We wait till 1 second
Exactly.
left. There's just no daunting Peter. There's no stopping him. SPP, when he starts the countdown.
The clock does not stop.
This does not, except when it does. And he thinks we're not going to stop talking, and then he repeats 5 again.
He's like, hey, 3 seconds.
Don't make me count down again. That's what we hear out of Peter. Don't make me come over there.
I just want to make sure everybody's on the same page. Just want to make sure.
I don't know. We've told you all this before, but sometimes over the breaks or right before the microphone comes on, there's some pretty intense conversations, and sometimes it's really not much, but you just never know what you're going to get.
You don't know. You don't know. Happy Friday, everybody. We have Boss Man Matt in the house.
Ahoy, Skipper.
Ahoy to you, Boss Man Matt. And, of course, SPP.
Ahoy, Skipper.
Ahoy to you, my lad.
I will say that since we're now 280 episodes in, when we first started this, we were all like, 1 minute left, and we're sitting at our microphones, and we're all straight and upright, ready to go. And now it's like 2 seconds. Oh, we got time. Let's start a story.
Hey, by the way, did you hear that?
Exactly. So we've kind of fallen into a rhythm here.
We don't care.
No, but yeah, those early days, it's like 1 minute. Okay.
Should we be quiet now?
let's get going. It's like a minute. Now John doesn't
people are still coming in the room.
John doesn't even show up till 13 seconds to go. So
he still may show up.
he still might. Exactly.
I decided to wear my skipper hat today, and I think it looks good with my top.
It does. You've coordinated your outfit nicely.
Thank you. I planned on that.
Yeah, you did.
Well, first off, Jeff, we're sorry to see that Arkansas put up a valiant effort last night, but came up just short against Texas Tech.
Yeah, I still do a woo damn pig.
Who damn pig? It was a good, fun game. Peter watched the whole thing while you were flicking back and forth to Duke.
Yep.
In Arizona, which I was doing the same thing till I could not keep my eyes open anymore. Somewhere in the second half, I fell asleep, but woke up.
I fell asleep about tip-off.
Jeez, I was still going pretty strong.
Yeah, I was done.
But I did have a couple Bloody Marys during the first game.
There you go.
Yeah, a little Clamato.
I'll do it.
Jeff says, hey, let's skip the NCAA talk this morning. Okay. It was a good game, Jeff. I didn't watch it, but just the score and what these guys are talking about.
God dang, Arkansas, they picked the worst time to go cold. So they had a 14-point lead.
Did a huge lead.
Arkansas did?
Yeah.
Arkansas did with
4
minutes and some to go.
Wasn't it like the second biggest comeback in Sweet 16 history or something?
I don't remember.
It was some massive comeback.
Yeah.
That
they just went cold.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't buy a bucket.
Wow.
And, Iowa fans know all about that.
Yeah, no doubt.
We could go streaks of days and not score.
Like whole weeks without scoring.
Just days. So, Jeff, you only had a half. Only 4 minutes. Iowa, days.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
Anyway.
Iowa's got their guy now, though, so won't happen anymore.
I'm still not sold. We'll see.
Apparently, Texas Tech's head coach is good friends with Ben
He is.
McCollum. So
They are.
Maybe I don't. Again,
What's
coaching
that tell
searches
us?
are shooting fish in a
SPP,
barrel, so you
tell
never
me.
know.
What's that tell us? Anyway, Texas Tech played really well. I really wanted to see Arkansas just keep going.
Yeah, why not?
I sure did. Both those teams, athletic teams, Jiminy Christmas. Mm-hmm. They could get up and down the court. Florida, just unbelievable.
Yeah, Florida is on a different level right now.
Within seconds, on a made basket, they're in their half of they're in the front court in a blink. Mm-hmm. They're up there. It's time to be on defense, boys, whoever they're playing.
Yeah.
Running and gunning. My first real look at Alabama was last night. I had not watched them all season.
Mm-hmm. They went pretty big, didn't they? Didn't
Holy
they like
smokes.
113 to something?
Yeah, 97 or 98. Mm-hmm. Really good team, Peter.
They hit like 23s or something. They
Wow.
broke some sort of
Broke the
NCAA record. Yeah.
21 or 2.
Wow, that's hot.
I mean, a lot. Alabama impressed me.
They were a Final Four team last year. They're still doing good.
See, I don't remember that. I was all about the women last year. I didn't care about the guys.
It's fair enough.
So, I don't know. This Elite Eight is going to be, it's pretty much chalk, is what I hear.
It's chalk.
Chalk or chalk?
Chalk. Like
Chalk. Like,
what you write down on the pavement.
Yeah.
Chalk.
A lot of
we're-
people
or-
go.
or a
when we were in
chalkboard.
school, we had chalkboards, right?
Okay, got it. Chalk.
Chalk.
So we have. Where's our brackets? I want to see how we did.
Oh, I didn't update them this morning. I'll have them on Monday.
What the hell? I need to know now.
Well, I think we both had St. John's, and so
Oh, I
Texas
know.
Tech didn't matter. But I don't know. I had Duke, Florida, and
I probably did.
who was the other one?
Alabama.
Alabama. That's
I had
we
BYU.
just talked about it.
You took BYU. You were
took
going to ride
BYU.
that pony to the end, weren't you?
I was, and I have Michigan too, so I need them to win tonight as well.
They play Auburn, right?
Yep.
I don't know. You never know.
You never know. Or you might just pick a team that gives up 22 threes a game. So
Exactly.
you never know.
You just never know.
You never know.
That's not characteristic of them, though, is it? Shoot that many threes, Alabama. I was trying to learn about them because I'd never watched them.
Kind of. They are a high scoring team, but not a 22 threes in a game scoring team.
Yeah, they've been over 100 like multiple times, I believe. Mm-hmm. So a lot of fun basketball last
No,
night.
I didn't see it, but
You didn't watch any games?
I did not.
Well, then, Peter,
I know.
just leave him out.
just-
Hey,
Yeah.
I look at the scores. I'm up to date. I just haven't watched many games.
Would you watch some kind of
Those
documentary on how pipe cleaners were made or something?
I did watch a documentary, but it's a murder mystery thing.
Because pipe cleaner documentaries, there's a bunch of those.
They could
that
be
are
interesting.
really good.
They could be, yeah.
SBP.
I didn't watch basketball.
Didn't care about it last night.
I'm just kind of like you. Last year I was all about the last couple of years been all about the women's basketball. Didn't miss many of the Iowa games, but I haven't watched a lot of men's basketball even for a couple of years. Now I know it's tournament time. I'll watch as we get a little even. I know we're pretty far in now, but
Well, yeah, we're almost done.
yeah, next weekend will be the last weekend, right? It's Saturday, Monday on
Then we
next
have the
weekend,
Masters.
and then the Masters. Ahoy, Nikki G!
Yeah, go ahead and say your allos.
I feel bad I didn't watch any baseball yesterday.
Cubs won,
Did they? Mm-hmm. Good for
I
them.
think. I can't say that for sure. I think they were ahead. I don't really know. Peter will look it up.
Paul is here. Jimmy's here. Jeff's here crying in his beer this morning. My mom's here. Denise is here. Nikki G.
Well, ahoy to you all. Thanks for tuning in and your soon-to-be comments, I'm sure.
Cubs did win.
Yeah, Jeff, it really was a good game. It really the Cubs did win. Mm-hmm. It really was a good game. Arkansas had a hell of a run. God, it's just sad because they just got cold. They couldn't make anything. But they also uncharacteristically made a lot of threes in the first half, which is not normal for them, I think.
Yeah. It was kind of one of those things where Texas Tech makes a lot of threes and Arkansas doesn't, and it kind of flipped in the first half and
Yep.
then kind of smoothed out in the second
So they
half.
battled.
Poor Jeff. Thought we moved on. You guys brought it back.
Well, I know. I was rooting. I was full blown Arkansas fan.
Woo
last
damn
night.
pig.
Who damn pig. That's all I could think of last night. Hey, the Southeast Iowa Video Network is sponsored by KCTC.
Thank you, Casey.
Thanks, Casey, and all the gang over at KCTC. Got me a little Mountain Dew this
Little
morning.
Mountain Dew.
Little leftovers. I'm a big leftover guy.
Well,
It doesn't really matter what it
I
is.
don't think soda is usually left over day to
I know
day,
it's
but
not so good this
It's not good warmed up again. Second time.
Not real good, but a lot of times I have trouble drinking a whole Mountain Dew now.
It's fair.
I'm getting older. I don't know.
I knew a guy that drinks diet caffeine free Mountain Dew, and it's like, why?
Why don't you just drink tea or something?
What diet caffeine free?
What's the point?
Why?
You're spending $2.71 on that.
At least I was at a hotel a while ago. It was $4.50 for a bottle of soda.
Hotels, they got to make a little money.
Because they're all going broke.
Hard on them.
Yeah, exactly. Since it's $200 a night to stay in a bed for 6 hours.
Unless you go to Miami Airport and stay at their hotel. You ever stayed at that hotel?
I'm
That's
not.
like $480.
Yeah.
Boy,
Well,
that was fun. I
yeah.
don't need to go into that.
No.
I didn't want to leave I had another flight in the morning and I didn't want to leave.
Well,
Oddly enough, there's a hotel on that freaking airport.
of course there is, because they got you. Because they got
They
you.
also have one in San Juan, Puerto Rico.
So I think you would do this. I talked to somebody yesterday, speaking of Puerto Rico, they just take their whole family and they vacation, and they've done it a couple times, but they just go to Puerto Rico, not part of a resort, not anything. They just go to Puerto Rico, get some Airbnbs, rent a car.
It's awesome.
I don't know. I'm not much of a traveler, but I don't know. I need some guide rails.
Oh no. That island is bigger than I would like, but so Patty and I went down there one time, and I just found a cab driver, and I said, "Hey, I just want to hire you for the next 4 to 6 hours or something like that. Just take me wherever." And they just did. They don't care.
Do you
He
speak?
says, "Oh, I got stuff to do, but what the hell? I'll just take you around."
Do you speak English?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, I mean, they took me everywhere. That's a whole nother conversation, but they took us everywhere. Places, they took Patty and I in a place that was the one time I've ever traveled, and I thought I may not come out. There's a town in San Juan, kind of an offshoot town, one way in, one way out, and it's very gang related. It's gang run.
Right.
Police will not go there.
But
he
your
said-
cab driver will.
But my cab driver will, and he says, "Don't worry." I know everybody. You're safe as long as I'm here. And I thought, well, that's great. What if they knock you off?
Right.
Okay.
Or what if he decides that you're a good mark because you're in his cab? And
Who knows? I got money in my pocket. And
Right.
A pretty lady on my side, nighty night.
Yeah.
So we just bravely went in. I mean, just walked in this guy's house.
Really?
We had to follow him. I wasn't losing sight.
Yeah. No
of him.
kidding.
And he's like, come on, it's safe. And it was. We got out, obviously. but
Right.
I was, the one time I was a little worried.
Yeah. Well.
And I said, Patty, I said, just stay, because we had to go down these stairs to get in this guy's house. I said, just sit there for a minute. If I get dropped, just run.
Just run, right. Let's say
So,
2 steps behind.
Anyway, I and kind of make fun of that. That was the point, and I was scared. Otherwise, it was awesome.
Yeah, see,
Where he took me.
I don't know if I got the guts to. I'd want to go to all inclusive or something.
I said, "What do you want?" He says, "Where do you want to eat lunch?" I said, "I want to go where you like to eat lunch. I want authentic."
Right.
God, perfect. I got just the place. He drops us off. He says, "I'll be back." Okay, I just trust this guy by now.
Yeah.
We sit down in this restaurant. It's full of people. I can't read the damn menu.
Right. It's Spanish, right?
And they come. The waitress comes up. "What would you like?" I said, "I don't know."
Right.
And she kind of mumbled through, and we had both picked something, and it was delicious. But
Yeah. Well,
that's an experience, so that's fun.
yeah. Well, this person took their kids and the whole thing. And
I would do that in a heartbeat.
just wait. Well, Hannah's already on. She says that sounds like a great idea, Dad. Take your family to Puerto Rico.
I want to go to. I would rather go to the little island off of that called. Gosh dang it! What's it called? Oh, I'll think of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vieques, Puerto Rico. I have been there, and I would take the whole family there.
Okay.
It was fun.
All right. But you hear about these people, and it's just me, and this is not good. I'm not even proud of this by any means. But you hear people saying, "Well, I'm going to take a year off and go backpacking through Europe." That just doesn't sound great to me. I don't know.
Yeah. I think I don't know that I would do that. Patty would want to do that.
People
so I'd
do
have to
it,
go
and
along.
they think it's a great life experience. But I don't know if I'd be up for it or not.
Europe's a little different bird because you can jump on a train and
I know,
you're
go
in another country.
anywhere, right? Yeah, I'm not that. I'm just not that adventurous.
Yeah. Well, in the middle of all of that, I was supposed to say, the three of us. Did I say we were sponsored by Hy-Vee and Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh?
Thank you, Willie.
Thank you, Willie.
I don't think I did.
I
think I got lost.
I mean, worst comes to worst, we say it twice.
Yeah.
Double whammy
Double
today.
Double take. I'll send him an extra bill.
It's all right, Willie. That's a freebie.
That's a freebie.
I'm gonna
Tim says
I'm
it's
gonna
a
write that
freebie.
one off.
Tim says it's a freebie.
Good morning, Hannah. This just in. Turns out red wine does not fight cancer.
It does not.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know what to think about that.
my
Read that this morning.
my whole healthcare plan has gone out the
Gone.
window.
Gone.
Yeah, right out with my retirement lottery plan.
Hey, that's getting up there big.
I haven't even looked lately. If it doesn't get to like $1 billion,
It's a $500 million.
Well, I don't know. You could probably live
Did you
on that.
halfway retire?
Could probably live on that for a while. I'm not sure.
You could get your own new camera for this.
Yeah, exactly. We could build a press box.
I want a blimp.
Yeah, exactly. We'd get a blimp.
Can we get a blimp
If we win the lottery, half
I
a
want a
billion,
blimp.
we might get a blimp.
that says morning breath?
Morning breath.
And we travel all
Weekdays
over.
at 7:15 on the Southeast Iowa Video Network, right on the side.
Yeah, with lights. It would light up, right?
Right.
God, that'd be awesome.
Well, I'll tell you what. If we win the $500 million lottery,
We can have a
we can have a blimp.
That'd be great.
And we can take a road trip to Arkansas. We can go to Arizona and see Terry. We can go all over the place.
How long would it take to get to Arkansas with a blimp?
A long time.
See, I don't think they go that
I
fast.
don't think they do either.
Are they
So-
supposed to travel across state?
So I don't know. I don't think. I
They
think,
don't deflate them and
Oh hell yes, they do.
They do?
Oh yeah.
I
So
thought the Goodyear blimp, the football that did all the football games, used to just travel from stadium to stadium.
I think they deflate them and put them on a truck and take them.
The hell.
I think so. When I was in 5th grade, actually, we lived for a very brief period of time outside of West Palm Beach, Florida. There's a little tiny airport just across the street, and that's where the blimp for Florida operations would go out of there. So we saw them inflate and deflate and take off and whatever. The Goodyear blimp, the real thing. It's like right across the street. But yeah, I think they deflate because they only go like 2 miles an hour or something.
Yeah, I don't think.
Well,
it's
we'd
that
have
fast.
to have luxury suites. You know, we are morning breath.
But I guess isn't the Hindenburg? I guess it went across the ocean, didn't it?
Yeah, but it also blew up.
I understand
so I think,
that. I
I think
understand.
there's a lot of
that.
lessons to be taken from that.
Fair point. All right. You can go fast, but you're gonna die.
1 minute, you just throw your cigarette butt out once wrong.
Exactly.
One time.
The one time.
Big no smoking signs on the Hindenburg.
Funny, those people were. It was horrible. Oh, the humanity.
Oh, the humanity.
All right, 7:31. Where did the morning go?
Yeah, it went fast.
All right, we better take a break.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics, providing quality health care that puts you first. Whether during a hospital stay, seeing a primary care provider for wellness exams or sick visits, minor surgery to a total joint replacement, or recovering from an injury, we're here when you need us.
More than you expect for your health care. Washington County Hospital and Clinics.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Ahoy, morning breathers, and welcome back to the morning breath version of It's Time We Owned a Blimp.
Yeah. So I don't know how fast a blimp goes.
I've been doing my blimp research during
Very
the
good.
break.
While we're over here yipping, you're working.
I'm
Yeah.
working.
So what'd you find out?
So blimps travel at a max 78 miles per hour.
Oh wow, I was way wrong.
And they can travel for long periods of time. However, there are only 25 blimps left in the world
25 total. Mm-hmm. Wow.
because they're very inexpensive to make, or very expensive to make with
And
very
operate.
little operation. Yeah. So
Huh. So yeah, that's the other
So
thing.
we could put a turbo in ours and maybe get up to 100 mile an hour.
yeah, we'll put some NOS in there. Really get it going.
I think we should. What's NOS? Is that like chalk?
nitrous.
It's
Oh,
it's in
nitrous.
Fast and Furious where they go
Nitrous oxide.
fast.
Okay.
Nitrous oxide.
Got it. Well, yeah, we need more explosives on a blimp.
Exactly. Still, no smoking. Don't smoke on the blimp. Yeah, but apparently Jimmy and Jeff both say that there is the Goodyear blimp once came to Mount Pleasant because there was, I think it was a Goodyear factory. I think it's Continental now, but
There was a Goodyear factory there.
And I assume that's why the Goodyear blimp was there. But then it was docked at the Mount Pleasant Airport, and the storm came up and destroyed it.
Dang.
I know. And Denise wants to know if you have to have a license to fly a blimp.
We don't. I think a lot of people do. But I think the combined knowledge in this room is astounding.
Well,
And I think we'd have the ability to fly it.
I kind of, I think so too. Now, I'm not sure we could get to where we were trying to
We
get
need
to.
a compass. That's all we need.
Well, yeah, maybe.
We have GPS.
But I mean,
We got
it's
a phone.
It's all helium. Basically, you just untie it. You're going to go up, right?
Look, I don't.
There's probably
I don't
just
need
a
to
lever.
understand how to.
Probably just a lever that makes it go forward.
You got two things on the back that make you go forward. You want to turn left, you turn the right one. I turn the right one on and left one off. And boom, you go left.
You just put it in drive.
You just put it in drive, let it go.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about snow. You don't snow mode, sand mode.
Yeah. When it, when you
Just going up in the air.
when you want to land, you just let a little air out. I don't know how that works.
Yeah. How hard can it be?
I don't know. I think we could do it.
I do too.
Whether you actually have to be licensed or not, I don't know. But nobody's going to pull you over up there.
Well,
Maybe when you get back on the
guess.
ground.
you probably want to stay away from the White House area.
Well, true.
That'll probably scramble some jets. It'll just fly right through you.
Jimmy says the skipper don't need no
I
license.
don't need no damn license.
Don't need no license.
But does it say anywhere on there how much they cost? Because I don't want to blow the whole $500 million on.
Yeah.
Could we get like a mini version of the blimp? Can we get a mini blimp?
You can probably just get a big balloon and a lawn chair. It's enough helium in it. Does that count as a mini version of a blimp?
Is there a mid-sized one?
Is there a mid-sized one?
Peter's looking that up.
Models costing upwards of $20 million. While smaller models.
We can buy two.
Chump change.
We can each get
We
our
have a
own.
spare.
We can each get our own. Just
Personal blimp websites estimate airships could cost between also $100,000 and $200,000. So if you're ever on those
We could have a
personalized
caravan.
blimp
we
sites,
could just all-
Yeah, have a caravan.
we have a fleet.
I prefer to call it a gang. We would be a gang, a blimp gang.
Not the Heaven's Angels.
There you go, Heaven's Angels.
Don't mess with us.
we're a blimp gang.
Put a teardrop,
Yeah, exactly.
blimp drop by our eye.
It's probably quieter than a motorcycle. We could sneak up on people better.
No doubt. I don't know if people
drop
would even
in.
look.
I don't know.
It would take a while to land, though. People wondering why there are 5 blimps coming near my house.
I'm coming to get you. I'll be like 15 minutes, but I'm coming to get you. I'll be there. Don't move.
Fun to dream, isn't it?
Fun to dream. So yeah, it's write that down in your dream journal. Your blimp dreams.
I don't even have a journal. So, Peter, have
Yeah.
you written anything lately?
Not since yesterday, no.
Okay.
Denise is thinking you need more sponsors. So not only could we have Morning Breath, but we'd get KCTC and Hy-Vee on there. We could upcharge that.
There we go. This is sounding more and more like a good business decision to me.
I'll talk to my bosses, see how they feel about the CapEx.
Well, all we have to do is win that $500 million.
Yeah, it's all done.
So I don't know how in the hell we got on that, but that was a good subject. What I really wanted to know is this. Mm-hmm. Have you ever wondered, like, if you're in space and you shoot a gun, what happens to the bullet?
It never stops.
Yeah, I was going to say it would propel and then just
Keep going.
there's no air resistance.
Could go infinitely.
Yeah. It could go around and shoot yourself
I
in the
wouldn't
back.
shoot
It
a gun
could-
in the space station because that could cause some problems.
That would, yeah, you would want to do that outdoors for sure.
But wouldn't the cold,
There you go. The cold could affect even if it would shoot,
yeah.
and the hot could do the same thing. It could do other things to it. But assuming we could shoot a gun in space, what would happen?
I think
Anything else would happen? I know this is just deep thoughts from.
I think it would
from
just
the
keep
skipper
going.
today. It would. It would keep going until it struck something, and sooner or later it's going to hit something.
Right. Apparently,
Like
there's
you
a lot of
said, like
space
it comes
junk up
around
there.
and hits you.
Yeah, you can shoot yourself in the
Damn.
back.
Never see it coming.
You've heard of shoot yourself in the foot.
Right.
This is shoot yourself in the back.
Right.
The other thing you'd have to deal with is the recoil. Right? There's nothing stopping you either. So you shoot a gun.
Fly
Well,
I get my
backwards.
40 cal out,
So the bullet goes one way and you go.
and all of a
the other
sudden
way?
you're going.
I suppose that would, and you'd be Talk about a kickback, like 1,000 miles,
You're hoping.
hoping you can stop.
See, I'm way back here. Peter, can you hear me? Now you got to hope you're going to hit something.
The bullet. Maybe you hit each other halfway around.
Yeah, I would hope for like, a little rock or something.
Little rock.
Rather than the bullet.
You think that little rock traveling through space is going to be less painful than the bullet?
Well, we're all traveling the same speed at that point.
Well, I don't know.
You should be. I don't know enough. Not great. Okay. You have the advantage of Jimmy up on the screen.
Professor Jimmy. No, it can't fire because there's no oxygen to fuel the explosion.
I disagree, James. Because it doesn't. I don't know that it needs it. Now, if you're firing a musket, yeah, you're in trouble.
So if you take your musket to space with you, hold on, I gotta reload my musket. That's a funny sight. The guy in a spacesuit firing a musket.
That's just a recipe for disaster. He's going to stick himself with something.
Yeah, so he's got to carry the
The pouch.
the pouch
With the gunpowder and the bullets.
Gunpowder is the word I was looking for, and the big steel balls that you jam in there.
You got that paper you got to shove down in there.
Yeah.
That's a mess.
So
I think guns would work. What I believe, but there's nothing stopping the bullet, nor nothing stopping from you.
Yeah.
In the going backwards. You'd need somebody to save him from a blimp, is what I think.
Fair point. I'm still stuck on taking my musket to space.
7:42. We got to get set for the day. We'll be right back, folks.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
Bring the kids, share the memories, celebrate 75 years of traditions at the Midwest Old Threshers Reunion. Relive the magic of steam engines, antique cars, and trucks, tractors, gas engines, and horses. Whether it's your first visit or a cherished tradition, you'll enjoy the delicious foods, the thrill of an Old West shootout, and the excitement of nightly grandstand entertainment. For 75 years, this has been the place where memories are made at the 2025 Midwest Old Threshers Reunion, August 28th through September 1st in Mount Pleasant, Iowa. Visit oldthreshers.com for more details.
The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Ahoy, morning brothers. Welcome back. And I don't want to say that stuff on air
I know,
because
I know.
you know why.
I know why. So how do you really feel about it, Tim?
It's just another one of these conversations that happens late in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back to Morning Breathers. It's Friday, and it's obvious.
It is.
It's very obvious. We need a break.
Take the next 2 days.
Yeah.
Thank you, SPP.
We're running on fumes here.
Actually, the energy's good, but it's time. It's Friday.
It's
That's for
Friday.
sure. Now I know how teachers felt on Friday.
And wow.
Their students were nuts.
Yeah, if I was a teacher, Friday, I'd be like, just go.
No, you're on your
Just
own.
go.
Yeah. Need something. Okay. Let's get set for the day.
Let's get set for the day. It is Friday. It is March 28th, and this is episode 280. And for those that can't see, Tim is like up walking around. Temperature right now in Fairfield 59, Mount Pleasant 59, and Washington 58. Looks like it might be raining in Mount Pleasant right now. So windy and warm today with scattered thunderstorms rolling through this morning and clouds for the rest of the day. High today of 79.
Hey, the guy had to had to warm up his car this morning. I kid you not. It started on my walk to town, and I just wanted to holler at him. You know it's 60 degrees out, right?
Exactly.
Just roll your windows down. It'll warm up.
It'll warm up. High of 79 today, low of 57. High tomorrow, 73. Sunday, 59. Today's headlines from SoutheastIowaUnion.com. Fairfield Food Services Director lobbies for students at the nation's capital. There's a spring play in Mount Pleasant that promises laughter, mystery, and a twist you won't see coming. And a new trial date has been set for the Highland Bond appeal.
That's about as fast as I've ever heard you speak before,
I
Matt.
can speak faster. Do you want me to go faster?
Can you?
Maybe. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I had trouble processing all of that.
But
I could read it.
But if you miss anything, you can go to SoutheastIowaUnion.com
That's
or
a good thought.
read the Southeast Iowa Union newspaper.
I read that dang thing from cover to cover yesterday. You could test me.
We appreciate it.
You can test me.
No sports today. Starting on Monday, we get some track, and then we get
It's almost soccer season.
Starts on Tuesday. This day in history, on this day in 1999, hockey player Wayne Gretzky, considered by many to be the greatest hockey player in NHL history, scored the final goal of his career. So that was 26 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. He retired at the end of that season.
What a quitter.
Quitter. So I'm not going to be able to repeat these quotes, and I'm not a huge hockey guy, but Gretzky is Gretzky, right? But like, he has like so many records that are like untouchable records, and he hasn't even played in 26 years.
I think Alexander Ovechkin's is within
he's
6
almost
of his
there, isn't he?
record, of his goals record.
Yeah.
He's not going to catch his points or assists
No.
record.
Yeah.
But it taken this guy way longer than the great one, right? Because I don't know how many years Wayne actually played hockey.
I'd have to do some research on that.
I
I think it's
think-
close.
Oh, is it the lifespan? Their
Hockey
career?
players play for a while.
Okay,
So
I don't recall.
random joke, random quote, or random fact.
Wait a minute. I
What?
wanted to
Oh,
wish Lady
oh,
Gaga
oh,
happy
oh.
birthday.
Well,
Happy birthday, Lady
She's
Gaga.
39. Imagine her party. 39th. Woo!
Is she 39 again or 39 for the first time?
39 for the first time.
All right.
Okay. Peter, you get to pick. Joke, quote, fact.
Let's do a random joke.
So there were a couple of cows sitting around, maybe on your farm. I'm not sure.
Oh, look.
Yeah, a couple of cows were sitting around, having a good time, smoking a joint, playing cards.
That is not on my farm.
Yeah.
We don't allow that.
So smoking a joint, playing cards. So the stakes were pretty high.
You can't argue that.
I'm not.
Can't.
I'm not.
You slowly start thinking about it. That's we're drug free on our farm.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Strictly grass fed. We use gummies.
So they're not smoking it; they're just eating it. Peter's just shaking
his head at us now.
He's just like, we gotta go.
Freaking time to go.
It's time to go.
All right, you could do Jeff's takeaway, and then we'll do ours.
Jeff's got a few takeaways. We can take away from Jeff. 1 minute is too long to wait for a waffle if you're behind some kids at the Holiday Inn Express breakfast
Damn right it
buffet.
is, Jeff. That is ridiculous to think you can wait that long.
And bonus takeaways, we now know how blimps travel and muskets in space. I will always learn something from Morning Breath. Who knew? And I'm going to tell you, and you can probably guess this, out of all these papers that I have here, blimps and muskets and how bullets travel in space, not on any one of them.
Didn't make the list.
Puerto Rico wasn't on them.
Didn't
None
make
of
the
this.
list.
None of it was on any of these
We have
lists.
piles of data. and we use none of
And
it.
we use 0 today.
I'm going to tell you my takeaway, and then I'll move on. My takeaway is Boss Man Matt promised a fleet of blimps if we win this $500 million.
Was that how we started talking about that? Was win the lottery and then it somehow went to blimps?
And somehow went to Blink.
For the life of me, everybody, I can't remember how I asked. That was what I asked talking to Matt about it. How the hell we get on blimps?
We don't remember.
We don't. We're
We
going
don't
to have to
know.
watch that back. Anyway, that was my takeaway. I'm seriously rooting for you. I might even buy a ticket and give it to you.
Just so we can have a fleet of
fleet of
blimps.
Get the blimps.
Yeah. All right. Your takeaway, Matt?
I got a couple actually. Number one, blimps. Since we're talking about them, travel 78 miles per hour. Who knew that?
It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And look, you fly like a bird, so it's even. You'll get there even faster.
Exactly. And if you put some NOS in it, it's even better.
go faster,
It'll
yeah.
go faster.
That's chalk.
The second takeaway.
That's not how that works.
It sounds cool though.
The second takeaway is that Tim spent a day with a Puerto Rican cab driver and just went into random houses and got dropped at random restaurants. And, we're all lucky the skipper is with us today.
By the grace of God.
By the grace of God and my Puerto Rican cab driver.
He was a really nice guy. But he was avoiding his dad, who was also a cab driver. He goes, "Oh, there's Dad. We got to go this way." Okay.
Why?
You're driving. Because he really, I paid him at the end of the day, but
Right.
he really wasn't going out making fares.
All right.
We stopped and got beer at that was the first stop. He goes, "You guys thirsty?" Well, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go get you a 6-pack. The hell. So that's how we started the cab ride. Anyway,
Well, we're glad you're still with us.
It was a good
skipper.
day. It was a good day. SPP?
I don't know how to follow any of that up.
Just shake your head.
Make something up.
You know what? My takeaway is yes.
We haven't got to hear that yet today, so thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hey, everybody, thanks for joining us on this Wild Friday. I don't know what was in our water, but it was all good stuff. We had a great time. We hope you did too. The comments are great. Lots of basketball this weekend. Some high school stuff's coming up next weekend. It's going to be a glorious day. Go out and enjoy it. We shall be back Monday. Ahoy.
Ahoy.